Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. If the US economy is more miserable, in quotes, than both Russia and Mexico's economies, what does this mean for cryptocurrency and holding alternative assets as a hedge like precious metals? So this is according to the Global Misery Index. I'm going to read you guys a little bit of this. Here are some of the takeaway points. The US is set to suffer the biggest jump in economic misery this year of any country being monitored by Bloomberg as inflation slows and unemployment spikes. According to Bloomberg's Misery Index, the United States' economy is more miserable than that of Russia and Mexico. The US also suffered the biggest decline in fortunes, weakening from 50th place to 25th. Thailand, Singapore, and Japan ranked as the year's least miserable economies, while Venezuela, Argentina, and South Africa ranked the lowest on the list and showed the most misery. Israel, Iceland, and Panama were the only countries to post drops even close to the US's, according to Bloomberg. So, what does this mean for the American people? In my opinion, buckle in and get ready. Hold alternative assets like cryptocurrencies and precious metals, although if you're watching this channel, you're probably already holding cryptocurrencies. But I thought this was interesting. I thought I'd bring it to your attention just to kind of give you guys perspective of where the U.S. ranks among world countries with regards to the Misery Index. And of course, this is spurred on by the beer flu pandemic that is going on at this moment in time. I'm going to get to another point a little later on in this video that also points to the fact that you and I must prepare for this, guys. Stock up on cryptocurrencies, alternative assets as a hedge. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. I wanted to mention this, though. XRP Crypto Wolf brought this to my attention. XRP community, stop falling for these scams. So apparently, there are still YouTube scams going on, and people are continually falling for them. XRP YouTube scams targeting users of Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and Kraken. So these are scammers who are trying to get your cryptocurrency. And when we're seeing the Misery Index rise, you can only imagine that these kinds of things are going to continue to happen in larger volume. So it looks like the teams behind the YouTube and Twitter scams don't even try to stop XRP fake airdrops from being aggressively promoted on both platforms, despite the fact that the design of this particular scam is really ingenious. Analysts highlight that the malefactors still obtain breathtaking profits. So again, just in a nutshell, these guys are trying to scam you for your tokens. I guess the takeaway here is if it's too good to be true, guys, just don't believe it, okay? Do not give your cryptocurrency up in hopes to get more back. I know you might not have the money right now to put more money into a cryptocurrency investment, but to get more crypto, you have to pay for it. You have to trade. This is why I always keep saying when the market's down, this is the best time to accumulate. I've been saying that for the last 2 years, and now we're in an uptrend. So if you can find dips to buy on, that's the best opportunity for you guys to get into more cryptocurrency. This is not a good opportunity. So please, 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 if anything sinks in, it should be this. Do not give your cryptocurrency to somebody who is claiming they are going to give you more back. Okay, people are desperate out there, so they're going to try every scam in the book. And despite this is also a point to the fact that cryptocurrency adoption, mainstream visibility is becoming more and more prominent. This from Crypto Bull. XRP is being promoted on Facebook again. So this a sponsored Ripple ad, blockchain technology, and XRP play a fundamental role. So you can click on this ad, see what they're doing, but a sponsored ad from Ripple, obviously targeting people who are interested in cryptocurrency. We hadn't seen Ripple ads for a while, and it's because, the market was down. We weren't seeing many gains, but this is just another sign that cryptocurrency is gaining traction, guys. Bitcoin here on the daily. Look at this. This is a thing of beauty. After this leg up, we're seeing this movement, and it's trending upward as well. We're seeing higher highs and higher lows, okay, on this trend. So Bitcoin right now trading at about 11,882. Almost 11,900, and we just have to break this level here. I've marked it up here, showed it to you guys in previous videos of about 12,300, and then the next stop is about 14,000, so about 13,800 give or take. Once we hit that, the next stop, 20,000, and then that's when we're going to start to see FOMO money pumping in, and I have a feeling it's going to be after Labor Day, okay? So a couple of weeks. I'll tell you why in a second. I'll get to that later in the video. I got this here from Michael at Val5 Links. Germany is quietly becoming the world's crypto superpower. And so who would have thought? Germany's finance minister has drafted a bill that will update its legal framework regarding securities. The bill specifically targets tokenized securities and will bring digital assets closer to traditional financial instruments. After years following the developments of cryptocurrency, German regulators are taking a proactive approach, placing Germany at the forefront of the race for legalizing digital crypto money. What's going on in Germany? The German Finance Ministry issued a hugely important press release on August 11th. Regulators are drafting a bill that will cover the issuance of tokenized securities as part of the country's blockchain policy. So we're seeing Germany getting on board. Seems like they're realizing how important this is, fast-tracking it through, getting all their T's crossed and their I's dotted. Guys, I'm not going to read this whole article for you, but it does give you a sense of where other Western countries are with regards to cryptocurrency adoption, namely Germany in this particular case. Anyway, I'll leave it in the description of the video. More here, guys. I saw this from the Cryptic Poet. AIRTEL teams up with Ripple partner Standard Chartered to extend mobile money service. And so this, guys, all part of the game plan. Not only is Ripple making meaningful partnerships, but now their partners are starting to make partnerships, or rather not starting, but have been making partnerships over the last little while. So this with regards to AIRTEL and Standard Chartered, who is the Ripple partner. Telecoms major AIRTEL Africa has entered a strategic collaboration with Standard Chartered to provide customers with increased access to mobile financial services and new product offerings, with a view to deepening financial inclusion across its key markets into the continent. AIRTEL's mobile money customers will now be able to make real-time online deposits and withdrawals from Standard Chartered bank accounts, receive international money transfers directly to their wallets, and access savings products, among other services. So, as we can see here, real-time online deposits. Don't know if that's real-time settlement, but eventually it could be, with the utilization of XRP to source that liquidity. As you can see, though, they are getting started to streamline this. Standard Chartered's corporate clients, meanwhile, will be able to make rapid and secure bulk disbursements, such as payroll payments, directly into AIRTEL Money customer wallets, who can then make withdrawals at physical locations, thereby reducing the risks with traveling long distances for cash payments. This is a big deal for developing countries, such as countries in Africa, and we're seeing more and more of this, guys. I will link the rest of this article in the description. It's not too long if you want to read further. I want to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. And then there's this, okay, another one from XRP Crypto Wolf, just pointing to the fact that the market is getting more and more bullish by the week, extremely bullish, since new money is coming into crypto. So there is more money, guys, fresh money coming into crypto, and Binance is seeing this trend. So Binance saw the highest web traffic among other crypto exchanges in July. Crypto exchange Binance had the highest number of visitors amongst its peers in July, coming in at 25 million visitors. This was followed by Coinbase and BitMEX with 22.5 million and 6.9 million visitors respectively, according to data collected by the Block Research. And guys, you can see down here, there's a chart showing Binance with a whopping 22.6% here in the dark bluish purple color. Coinbase here at 20.3%, so not far behind in this pinkish color. And you can see some of these other exchanges with a fraction of that, a tenth of that in some cases. So Binance, Coinbase, BitMEX, the top three, but even BitMEX is only at 6.2%. These three exchanges combined accounted for 49% of the total web traffic last month. Per the data from SimilarWeb, the web traffic on cryptocurrency exchanges witnessed an increase of 12.7% in July, as reported in the Block's analysis. To read the full piece, just click there. Okay, so Binance, guys, one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges on planet Earth, has seen an uptick, now clocking in at 25 million visitors in the month of July alone. You know what this means? More people obviously interested in cryptocurrency, which means, in my opinion, that this trend is going to continue to move upward. Again, this is Bitcoin. On the daily, if we put up XRP, we can see some great movement here for XRP as well, even though we did see a bit of a dip down to about 27 cents back a few days ago. We're starting to see that climb again. And when we look at the Bitcoin trend, going just back to that for a sec, this trend is looking like a healthy upward trajectory. Even if we put it on the hour, what does it look like on the hour here? You can see, so still moving upward, making higher lows, higher highs. This is all positive for the crypto space, guys. I know I've talked about Binance Coin as well. We are seeing the same kinds of trends for other cryptocurrencies in the space, and it's because everything's just following Bitcoin at this moment. Okay, Binance Coin trading at about 23.20, and VeChain, let's see, VeChain here. Yeah, even VeChain starting to move higher as well. We're starting to see an uptick for VeChain. It surpassed its former high on August 8th. The former high was back on July 7th, and we're starting to see more bullish momentum for VeChain trading above 2 cents right now. So everything in really good condition. The crypto market is healthy, and not only are we seeing that in the charts, we're also seeing it in these statistics. People going to the exchanges, obviously, checking it out. I know that's what I did before I actually got into crypto. You know, you kind of want to get a lay of the land, right? You kind of want to surf around, see what the best option is for you in your country. And that was a while ago. When I was doing that, that was 3 years ago now. For people coming into it today, they have way more opportunity, but I got to stress, please do choose a reputable exchange. I have a primary exchange. I do use Binance for alternative coins and as a secondary method to transact in cryptocurrency. Guys, if you don't have a Binance, you can open one up. I have an affiliate link in the description. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it, but it is always good to have a few options for on and off ramps for you to purchase your crypto, just so that you're not stuck when the time comes to buy and sell. Because if you weren't in the 2017 bull run, let me tell you, it got ugly fast. Okay, make sure you have a few options for on and off ramps available to you, just so you're not stuck with one cryptocurrency exchange. Even if you do have a primary, sign up for a Binance as a secondary, because it won't hurt you. It doesn't cost anything. It's always good to have a backup. And again, guys, to reiterate how big crypto's going to get, and specifically XRP, which, as you guys know, is my personal favorite cryptocurrency. Here's a post from Galgatron, and whether you like him or you hate him, he's got some good information. The DeFi tsunami cometh. This from the Galgatron blog, guys. He writes a blog every now and then. I'm not going to read the whole blog for you here. Just going to touch on some of this. DeFi is short form for the term decentralized finance. To the uneducated that's never heard of Google, it's just two oblique words rammed together to generate a buzzword that you might expect to melt off into the sunset, like so many buzzwords have. But not this one. To try to make sense of this for you, I'm actually going to start at the finish lines, and then he gives an example here. The year is 2080. Our hero Simon has been working hard expanding his business network, running many AI, artificial intelligence, to keep it all together and to make sure his clients never have to wait for service. Simon is a purveyor of exotic AI-designed homes, which he sells via the countless smart contract decentralized realtors. A typical sale goes like this, and then, guys, he gives an example of a decentralized financial transaction. Again, I'm not going to get into this, but I will link Galgatron's blog in the post if you want to understand why this is going to be big for Ripple and XRP. Down here, he even gets into a section with regards to the Flare network. This is the best thing to ever happen to XRP ever. All these different connections, all these different XRP integrations over the last several years is what's going to make XRP so important, so quintessential, so inextricably linked to our lives in the future. You might not know it because it will be working in the background, but guys, let me tell you, it will be a valuable cryptocurrency just based on the types of problems it's set to solve. So anyway, this blog post talking about decentralized finance and how it will be the future of finance and how it's just going to hit it out of the park, home run, and why it's going to be important. But for today, we got to think about today, because today, clearly, we are not at that stage. Galgatron is projecting this to happen years in the future. DeFi is the future, says CZ, but centralized exchanges remain more popular. So for those of you guys who do not know, CZ is Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance. With decentralized finance gaining steam, exchanges like Binance find ways to coexist with innovations like DeFi. Binance co-founder and CEO Changpeng Zhao said DeFi is an innovative space, and investing decentralized exchanges will not be a challenge for regular exchanges. So for those of you guys who do not know, Binance is a regular exchange. In an interview with Box Mining YouTube channel, CZ said DeFi makes the space more attractive. In particular, he pointed to automatic market makers as a fascinating invention. I think DeFi is a really innovative space, and I think that's really good. Initially, when people talk about DeFi, they think about lending, so you can lend your coins, but now you lend the coins to provide liquidity. When the liquidity is good, people trade more and trade more easily. I think automatic market makers are an interesting invention, and it's really simple. That aspect of it will stay. Just a quote there from CZ Binance with regards to decentralized finance. CZ added that Binance is very supportive of DeFi and is doing many projects around DeFi and AMM, but as much as CZ believes in DeFi, he acknowledges that it's a new field and the majority of projects do fail, so if you're interested in DeFi, it's good to keep that in mind. I want to say most projects in DeFi will fail. It does not mean that DeFi is not good, but that only a few will succeed. The few that succeed will succeed wildly. And it's kind of like in the dot-com boom, right? We had so many dot-coms, and, even Amazon was around, Google was around, Yahoo was around, Pets.com was around, and many, many others. And only a handful of them by the 2010s we could see really prosper. And it's going to be the same for decentralized finance and cryptocurrencies as a whole. Like we've even heard Brad Garlinghouse say, the cryptocurrencies that will hold value are those that will solve problems. And so today in the crypto market, right now we have about 6,484 coins in the market. Well, most of those probably fall by the wayside, and we're only going to see the cryptocurrencies that hold value survive. So cryptocurrencies that solve problems, and some of you guys are going to ask me, okay, Working Money Channel, which ones will solve problems other than XRP? Well, guys, that's where you got to do your own research. There are so many coins in the space. I know on this channel I've talked a little bit about VeChain. I'm a fan of VeChain, just to name one. Also, as you guys know, I do hold Bitcoin just because it is the leader of the pack, and it is what's going to get the market moving. Anyway, I'm gonna keep moving along, because if this happens, you'll probably want to be prepared. Okay, I saw this from Ian Northing at Ian Bins on Twitter, retweeted this from Thomas Cusack, A Level Playing Field. I'll just put this right here. Is this real? You decide. New dollar backed by gold, coming this October 2020. So only in a couple of months. Now, this is very speculative. It's not to say that this is happening for sure, but if you put what's happening with world economies together with what's going on in the US economy and what has been going on for years, coupled with what the Fed is doing to prop up the US economy, it kind of makes sense. So this is an article back from May, new dollar backed by gold coming this October 2020. Could this be a reality? Well, let me read you some of this. So basically this beginning part, just kind of giving you the history, just kind of giving you, laying out the groundwork, giving you some context to the story. Again, guys, I link all the articles in the descriptions if you want to read every single article in detail. They talk about the new Bretton Woods minus the dollar. So if you guys don't know what that was, it has to do with the gold standard. But I wanted to get down here because this is the real important part. So what's the immediate threat and Trump's potential response, okay? The rumor and big fear is that the IMF may opt to remove the US from the global SDR basket, effectively reducing the US's veto rights from the world stage. SDRs would then be a step closer to replacing the greenback as the world's reserve currency. Okay, so this all has to do with replacing the greenback as the world reserve currency. Considering the potential damage that the Fed's QE will inflict on the dollar, weakening its status as the world's currency, the potential IMF move towards replacing greenbacks with SDRs would cause a massive devaluation of the dollar, possibly up to 80%. So, if they remove it from that currency basket and it is no longer has influence on the world stage, this could indeed devalue the dollar, and it doesn't help that the Fed keeps printing money to pump into the economy. And so to me, this just sounds like a recipe for disaster. As much as President Trump has been influencing Fed actions, despite the bank's statement to the contrary, having pressured their 180-degree turn from raising to cutting rates amid the balance sheet reduction, President Trump has never been a fan of the Fed. With the Fed pledging to load up its balance sheet, and with the nation's debt skyrocketing to heights unprecedented, it seems as if the bank and nation would be heading towards a state of insolvency. But this is where things get interesting, guys. Let me read you this. With the IMF attempting to pull off a fiscal reckoning minus the US dollar, President Trump may, as his advisor Judy Shelton has advocated, and as President Kennedy tried to do in 1963, okay, let's not forget, guys, Judy Shelton, a proponent of the gold standard and also a proponent of utilizing cryptocurrency in the financial system. And let's not forget what cryptocurrency is poised to be utilized in the financial system, XRP. Okay, so with this all occurring, President Trump may pull off a reckoning of his own by issuing U.S. Treasury notes backed by gold. The new dollars would be pegged to gold, possibly at a modest starting point of $10,000 or even higher, effectively returning to the gold standard. So following a massive plunge in dollar values, we'd see a surge in gold prices, and with the new dollars, a surge in gold-backed dollar values as well. I think you all see where the dangers and, more importantly, the opportunities are as we approach the October deadline. So there is an October deadline with this. I suppose I skipped that as I have gone through this pretty quickly. But again, guys, I'll link it in the description if you want to read further. This could get really, really interesting, especially for XRP holders, because as we know, the future of finance, the backbone will lie within cryptocurrency to transfer value, especially since the economy is getting turned around, upside down. We don't know which way it's going to be facing tomorrow in some regards. So to have that cryptocurrency where you can transfer value, even if you need to transfer gold to US dollars, or who knows how this is going to shake up the system. What we do know, though, is that it's becoming more apparent that the old system is probably not going to exist in a few years, and eventually we will usher in a new system that will involve cryptocurrency. And the best part is Ripple has already positioned itself to be within that financial framework and to utilize XRP to transfer that value. So a gold standard by October, guys. It is a pretty lofty goal, although this article suggesting it. I saw this, guys, from the XRP Arcade. Apparently, Jed McCaleb has now increased his XRP sales, reaching new all-time highs, and this has reached 6.1 million, approximately 6.1 million XRP per day. And so for those of you guys who don't know the story, again, it's listed here in the article. I'm just going to breeze over that because I feel like I've talked about this ad nauseum. But yeah, he has the option to sell XRP every single day. And since February, Jed's sales have increased drastically. He has sold an average of 1.8 million XRP per day in 2020, almost 4 times as much as compared to 2019, which was about 481,000 XRP per day. It's worth noting, however, that even though Jed's sales rate has quadrupled, it doesn't seem to have affected the digital asset's price. Even at times when Jed's selling activity increases, XRP's price seems to be unaffected. This is because he's selling OTC. He's not selling on the normal markets that you and I see. Assuming that Jed continues to sell 1.862 million XRP per day, it is going to take more than 6 years for his 4.223 billion XRP to get depleted. On the other hand, if he continues to sell 6.18 million XRP per day, it is going to take less than 2 years to run out of XRP. Whatever the case, though, Jed's selling activity is conducted in a coordinated and monitored way, and the sooner the funds get depleted, the better it's going to be for XRP. Gotta bring you guys the news because as XRP hodlers, we should be privy to this, and we should be happy indeed that Ripple has mitigated the harm that this could do by structuring a deal with Jed McCaleb so that he just can't dump as much XRP as he wants on the market all at once. So thought that was great. Shout out to the XRP Arcade for posting that. I saw this on Twitter, guys, from Matthew Liny. MIT is working with the Fed and Accenture on digital currencies. MIT Spider Network is also creating XRP routing protocols that create greater scaling for XRP. Will the Fed and MIT use the Spider Network? So here are a few screen grabs here, routing cryptocurrency with the Spider Network, and here are some of the people involved at MIT. Accenture, of course, a Ripple partnered company. What do we got here? We got Figure 7, effective increased capacity per link on success metrics when routing payments on the ISP topology. All links in the network have the same credit. So you can see here capacity in XRP and the success ratio, success volume on the side on this chart here. So just a few screen grabs here, and this one, comparison of payment completed across schemes on the ISP and Ripple topologies when the capacity per link is 30,000. And guys, some more graphs regarding that. Matthew also has posted a link here to the MIT paper. So it's in this tweet thread. I will link this tweet in the description if you guys are interested in that. More use cases, guys, more utilization is only going to be great for XRP down the road. And so I got to get to this tweet, guys, this with regards to George Ball, and it was posted by Master BTC LTC. He is the former Prudential CEO. His name is George Ball, and he's now a Bitcoin convert, guys. I want to play you this video real quick. Listen to what he has to say with regards to his financial position to the host at Reuters.
In terms of Bitcoin or something like it as a staple.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. I mean, we heard Jamie Dimon talk about Bitcoin before.
Jamie's at least a partial convert. I'm not sure that he's a total convert. And then the notion isn't to hide or to seek a tax refuge, but to have something that can't be undermined by the government and that won't become worthless if the currency becomes worthless, or at least if enough Robin Hooders happen to believe that. If the Robin Hooders don't want to trade stocks as they have, where are they going to put their money? There are no yields today. And so Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency becomes a very attractive, either long-term, I want to make a safe haven for my money, or a short-term speculative bet. And I think it's a good, I think it's where many people will turn after Labor Day, Fred.
So it's Bitcoin, huh? Well, thanks, George, for your investing tips.
So Bitcoin as a safe haven, guys, and George Ball, a Bitcoin convert, essentially he is talking about Bitcoin specifically, but he says other cryptocurrencies as well. So not just Bitcoin. And again, when this market gets moving, it's not just going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be many different cryptocurrencies. But just to give you guys a little bit of information on George Ball, he is a chairman at Sanders Morris Harris. George Ball serves as chairman and chief executive officer of Sanders Morris Harris and director and co-chairman of Tectonic Holdings, its parent company. Mr. Ball has been a director of Sanders Morris Harris since 1992 and has held a number of executive positions since then with Sanders Morris Harris and its affiliates. He helped build Sanders Morris Harris and then the Eldman Financial Group into a company worth about $1 billion. He began his career as a stockbroker. So this just gives you guys some idea of who he is. One of those financial guys really understanding the economy, how it works, and realizing where we're sitting right now with the economy. And this video just out a couple of days ago, he is now a Bitcoin convert, realizing that it is going to be a good hedge. And guys, did you hear that piece in there? He said after Labor Day. That's when people are likely going to pile in, because the summer, notoriously slow for the stock market and investing in general. So, when people are on vacation, they don't really want to think about work right now. It's by the time Labor Day rolls around that people start really investing, that the market starts pumping again. This is why we tend to see a fourth quarter pump. And if stocks go down further, this is going to be when people are going to realize, look, I need to place my money into something. Some will put it into precious metals. Others are going to put it into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, as George Ball here suggests. So guys, will this be the beginning of a mega pump? Well, apparently Bearable Guy has also changed the banner on his Twitter page. I seriously don't know what it means, so I'm not even going to pretend I know. There is a little, you guys can see that there, a little gray dot now above the XRP snowball. Could it be a reference to grayscale? Potentially. Maybe grayscale is going to be a catalyst for the XRP market to pump. Here from Dave of the Day, looks like a dice in the sky, something we haven't seen yet, something we haven't put together. Some people down here sick of the clues, others loving every minute of it. All I can tell you, though, is that the pump is here. We are seeing intra-year highs for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, like VET, Binance Coin, and others. So, guys, I'm ready for the ride, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.